Hello, my friends. It's Emma Vigling with TYT Politics. Corruption is back. Did you know it ever left? It didn't, but it's a good story about it, so I really want to talk to you about the exclusive, I believe, from The Hill, who got a bunch of numbers from the Center for Responsive Politics, and they figured out which which organizations lobbied the most in the past year, and how it affects everything, and I'll give you that analysis in a second. So, yes, again, news story from The Hill. Once this video is done, I'll put it in the description box, and you can read all you want. But the 5 biggest spenders are, drumroll please, drumroll, there we go, why would I hit my head, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, that's fairly typical. 2, National Association of Realtors, meaning, yay, let's cause another housing crisis, wahoo! 3, Blue Cross Blue Shield. 4, American Hospital Association. 5, Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America. What do all those 3 have in common? They're all related to healthcare. They must really care about the average American, right? They must want like a thermometer in every child's mouth, and they just must want the drug prices to really go down and for everyone to really take care of themselves, right? Wrong. Of course, they're really mostly only concerned about their profits, and that's how things go in this country. They buy people off. What's fun is that I looked into the top recipients for number 3 and 4, and they're both the same. Glorious. 1, you can guess it, Hillary Clinton. It was an election year, and they all wanted Hillary Clinton to win. It's very interesting. I think that if it was a Republican candidate who wasn't such a weirdo, that would have been a more even split, but they knew, Hillary Clinton's less of a loose cannon, she'll protect our profits even more, but, and Paul Ryan was the second largest recipient for both Blue Cross Blue Shield, and the American Hospital Association. Full disclosure, Blue Cross Blue Shield also donated around, I believe, $30,000 to Bernie Sanders, so this isn't a black or white issue. They seem to spread their wealth around a lot, but I want to give you the full information, because it's not completely black and white, but obviously their profits are the highest motivation. Anyone with 2 eyes and 2 ears and a brain working in between them can see that. And the majority of donations for number 3, 4, and 5, all of those healthcare organizations, were to Republicans. So they did spread it around, and Democrats received a lot of money from them, but those are the facts. So clearly, if you're looking at just how the money talks, they favor the Republican approach, and they clearly don't want to go in the direction of President Obama, even if you can say that Obamacare really helped out these health insurers and was a profit boost for them in maybe the short term. They still favor let's keep doing things exactly as they are and make sure that no one has health care, and then so our profits go up, and that's clearly the favor that the approach that they favor if they are donating majority of their money to Republicans. So again, top 5 biggest senders: U.S. Chamber of Commerce, National Association of Realtors, Blue Cross Blue Shield, American Hospital Association, and the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America. So yeah, these organizations, they spread their wealth around, but money talks, and again, these healthcare companies favor the Republican approach. The article continues. Number 6, the American Medical Association. Number 7, Boeing. Number 8, the National Association of Broadcasters. Number 9, at&t. And number 10, the Business Roundtable. Number 9 is of particular interest to me. Didn't at&t just buy Time Warner in that ridiculous merger that shouldn't go through, but probably will under the Trump administration? Hey, Trump, didn't you say during the primary that this merger was ludicrous and that you would never allow it to go through? I'm going to hold your word to that, because what America doesn't need is a greater consolidation of its media conglomerates. I was livid during the primary when Hillary Clinton wouldn't give a real answer on the at&t and Time Warner merger, and I gave you props for saying that you would be against it. And naturally, you would be against it because the media hasn't been very kind to you, appropriately so. So let's see if you stand your ground and actually oppose this merger. I have a feeling you're not gonna, with all those billionaires surrounding you. But not to get off on too much of a tangent, at&t did just buy Time Warner. Who is the parent company. Time Warner is the parent company of someone. I can't really remember who. CNN. So CNN, I thought you were neutral. Oh, right. You have a vested interest in this massive merger, which is being determined by who is president of the United States. Hillary Clinton was very much in favor of it, and Donald Trump is not. I'm not saying that Donald Trump shouldn't be criticized because he is a nut job, and I criticize him daily on this channel. But to say that you're neutral when your entire future of your company and the profits are dependent on this particular policy position, then you can't claim that you're neutral anymore. But yet, organizations like the Young Turks get called biased all the time by people in the mainstream media. Why don't you check your bias first, huh? To borrow a phrase from my college women and gender studies class. Check your bias, and then come back to me about the Young Turks' bias and progressive outlets' bias. Jesus. And lastly, listen to how giddy these a-holes get about this lobbying. Trump has signed an executive order seeking to slow down the revolving door between administration jobs and the private sector, but few expect the deluge of lobbying to slow down under the new administration. Everyone across the board believes that there's going to be lots of activity in Washington. Mark Lampkin, the managing partner of the Washington office at law and lobby firm Brownson Hyatt, Farber and Schreck told sorry, I laughed a little. Schreck told Hill last month. Corporate America has been seeking relief from the overreach of the Obama administration, so there will be activity on both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue, added Lampkin, a former aide to Speaker John Boehner of Ohio. Lovely! Obama overreached so much, you poor corporations. I'm so sorry that your profits were marginally hurt, your record-breaking profits, by the very corporate-friendly President Barack Obama, but it's never enough for them. It's how do I maximize my profits at the expense of the country, and I don't care, no matter what. And you know what? I don't blame corporations. They are machines. They are not human beings. It's the government's job to keep these organizations in check. That's what the founding fathers wrote about. And that's the entire purpose of of our system of government, until we destroyed it by allowing them to be bought off. So, former aide to John Boehner, Lampkin, who's now a managing partner at a lobbying firm, of course, the revolving door, as always. Since 1999, do you know that the median household income has gone down $5,000? We need to give more tax breaks to corporations. Do you also know that the top 1/10 of 1% owns as much wealth as the bottom 40%? That's a big Bernie Sanders talking point, yes. And thirdly, corporations have created loopholes and have gotten away with almost $100 billion in tax cuts because of these loopholes. Just because of the loopholes, not because of even the Bush tax cuts or the actual tax brackets. Just because of the loopholes. $100 billion. And this guy's bragging about how the Trump administration is going to remove the burden on corporations. It's never corporatist enough. Obama's entire cabinet could get picked by Citigroup. And these guys say that he's a burden on them. It's never enough for them. And that's why the Democrats have to reinvent the game. Because if you respond to Republican corporatist strength with weakness, this is what happens. They take advantage of you. They say it's never enough. The Republicans have their game plan, and the Democrats need to create their own playbook and move outside of this corporatist theocracy. Not really a theocracy, but you get what I'm saying. So, if you continue to play into the Republicans' hands, you're never going to win. Because look, these guys are absolutists, and all they want are their profits to go up. Have a great day, guys.